you have AMLO, who is the center of this conversation. But what he says is most interesting because he's been a thorn. This dude is really pissed off at Biden and the Democratic Party. He called him out on NATO, called him out on Cuba, called him out on Haiti. Been literally giving them L's left and right. And I am sharing this story not only to share what AMLO has said, but also am interested in your position on this. I got my camera off, AJ.
Okay.
Mexico. And look, this is AMLO. The Mexico's president calls charges against Trump political. And this is his quote, and I'll get your thoughts on this. I think you want to chime in. I don't agree with what they are doing to former President Trump, AMLO said at his morning news briefing. I do not know if crimes were committed. It's not my place. So supposedly, legal judicial issues should not be used for political electoral purposes. Don't make up crimes to affect adversaries. So you guys see how no one, unless you're a blue check shit lib, believe this is not political? Because everyone else is like, dude, this is obviously political. Meanwhile, Morning Joe and their stance, they almost chant themselves this to make themselves feel better. This is the rule of law. No one's above the rule of law. No one's above the rule of law. We'll go after anyone except George W. Bush.
Well, the thing is, when we look at this, what they're doing to Trump is pretty political because the thing is, he's an easy distraction, and they've turned Trump into this cartoon villain. And I'm probably going to get no one take this out of context, but the way they're turning into Trump to a cartoon villain is the same way a lot of the corporate media has turned Hitler into a cartoon villain as well, because it's easy to compare the next bad guy, the quote unquote evil leader, to somebody like Hitler. When we have to look at the fact these two individuals got into power for very separate reasons. And I think a lot of people are ignoring the fact of the economic situations that led them both get into positions of power. And Trump, we have to remember, was once a Democrat. And we have to also look at the fact that he knows these people, the politicians, their darkest secrets. He has given these people money and they do what he says. He knows how the system works. He has said the system is rigged because he's used it. That's from the Dave Chappelle stand-up that he did on Saturday Night Live, because he's used it, and he's used it for both parties. When confronted in a 2016 primary in regards to about money in politics, first Republican primary debate, he said, I give these people money and they do what I say. Yeah. He has been the most transparent president ever in American history. And I say this because look, when he was asked about why we're in Syria or in the Middle East, he didn't give the Obama, Reagan, Bush Jr., Clinton answer or Biden answer. And that is, we're there for infrastructures, freedom, helping these people. He said, no, we're here for the oil. We're here for the oil. He said it. He said it like there. That's why we're there. We're there for the goddamn oil. He's the most transparent president we've had. Yeah, the guy's a liar. Yeah, he's a misogynist and racist and bigot, but at least he's up front with it. At least look, he's going to give me the middle finger, but I'll be like, okay, at least you're honest. And I don't care if he boned a porn star. Big deal. These politicians are doing things 3 times as worse as him.
The most absurd thing, and they are repeating this in all the Oppo research I'm doing on like Morning Joe and all these people talking about this, they're saying that we have to do this because no one's above the rule of law. We have to prove the precedent that no president is above the rule of law. And this lie is why I 100% say, I don't care if people on the left, I don't care if the progressives with trying to Regimen syndrome get upset with me. I am here to speak truth. I don't care if you get upset. The truth on this case is this is 100% political. You guys understand? If this wasn't political, they would have went after George W. Bush after Barack Obama. They did not. Why did they not go after George W. Bush? Because he was no longer an electoral threat. Mm-hmm. George W. Bush like, nigga, I'm about to retire in pain. Say like, be bygones, be bygones. Then you got Trump, who's the first president who lost their re-election in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. And then he became he's a political threat. So they decided to charge him without any evidence or any examples of them charging a Democrat. Well, at least if you have evidence of you charging a Democrat, then you can say, "Oh, yeah, not political. We charge Neera Tanden for war crimes. We charge Nancy Pelosi for war crimes. We charge Joe Biden for war." No, there's no examples of you charging your team, but there's multiple examples of you going after your political enemy over things like campaign finance law that Hillary Clinton broke.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 100% political. But go ahead, Kay. I know you want to chime in.
Well, the thing is, like, I'll give credit's due, and hold on, folks, bear with me. Don't throw tomatoes at me. But at least what I found hilarious is that CNN and even BSDNC was saying, these charges against Trump, they're not as bad or as damaging. There's a very good chance, vote blue, no matter who, that Trump is going to walk away from this. And
I've seen that too. They already priming their audience for disappointment.
Like prepare yourself, but don't worry, we're going to do resistance stories against Trump. We're going to stand.
I'm not tired of it. How many times do they have to? How many times do you have to get shit wrong? First of all, be the Mueller report.
Money. The answer is money. Listen. For 2 years, Rachel Maddow was running on that Russiagate because Nick, I got to be honest with you. New houses, yachts, cars, and trips to fancy restaurants don't buy themselves. And that's what Rachel Maddow wants again. They want Trump to get out of this. He's going to walk away. And the thing is, everyone at MSNBC, CBS, ABC, CNN are going to breathe a sigh of relief. The Democrats will be like, oh, yes, now we could fundraise off of Trump more. They're going to do it. They want him to win because he's their cash cow. Trump, without Trump, all these people are irrelevant.
Yep. As I said before, that's shown by CNN's rating decline since Trump has not been president anymore. Now, there's a reason why you got AMLO and many world leaders that's calling out the Trump charges because, as I said before, this is 100% political. Now, Donald Trump, they're going after Donald Trump for a campaign finance law. You guys understand? And this is the Republicans' argument against Biden. They said, well, he's weaponizing the government and weaponizing the legal system against his political enemy. That's the same arguments that Democrats used to make of Donald Trump. Not only the same arguments they said that Donald Trump would do, but that's the same thing they accused Nicolas Maduro of doing. So check this comparison out, guys. You had Nicolas Maduro. The opposition party was caught colluding with the FBI to kill Nicolas Maduro. You guys understand? Opposition party try to kill Nicolas Maduro. So Nicolas Maduro did the obvious. When you try to kill the president, he throws him in prison. So then the same Democrats are like, we got to throw sanctions on Venezuela because Nicolas Maduro is going after his political opponents for trying to kill him. Those same people are now going after Donald Trump over a campaign finance law and saying it's not a political persecution, even though they accuse Donald Trump and Nicolas Maduro of doing the same thing. That's why, as someone who I stand on the side of truth, because truth will always set us free. You cannot stand by this hypocrisy, whether you like Trump or not.
Exactly. And the thing is, when we see this hypocrisy being played out, so many Americans don't understand our political system and really the double standards that we're seeing here. And look, I don't want to be, again, taken out of context, but I kind of want to see Trump walk away from this because people need to see just how corrupt everything is and the fact that there is really no justice. The law of the land is that the poor, you get screwed over. It's expensive to be rich. It's expensive to be poor in America, in this country. If you were to even do a fraction of what these politicians are doing, you're not going to see the light of day ever again. So to everyone watching this, even if you don't like what we say here, really take a step back and look at your politicians. Look beyond just it being Trump. The problem's bigger than Trump. This has been going on for decades upon decades. You have Americans working 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet. We have polluted air, water, and soil. We have our infrastructure falling apart. So many Americans are in debt. Hell, we have a thing called medical bankruptcy. That's bigger than Trump. And I hope people wake up to that fact, because if you don't, one day you will wake up and it won't be the walls closing in on Trump. It'll be the walls closing in on you, and the gate will be locked and the key will be thrown out if we don't start doing something now. I see the people in France, and I remember back when I was a kid, people say, oh, the French are cowards. Oh, we, they got occupied. But hey, they're fighting. They're fighting against their corrupt government. What are we all doing? Are we as tough as we say we are? I see other countries, I see there are other people, and they're fighting back. Do we got the balls to do that too? Because what our politicians are doing to us is goddamn criminal.